Hey everybody, welcome to the Charlieb Podcast. I'm your host, Charlieb. Do you ever feel like you have so much going on and you just need to breathe? Being a wife and mother can be so overwhelming and sometimes you just need a minute. Take that minute with me, Charlieb. In this space, we'll talk about marriage, motherhood, and just being a woman. How do we manage to keep it together in the midst of everything that's going on? We're women, and that's just what we do. So listen, this is that pull up to the house and sit in your car for a minute moment. We all need those. You didn't have to, but I'm so glad you decided to spend that moment with me on the Charlieb Podcast. Let's jump right in. Hello, and welcome back to the Charlieb Podcast. My name is Charlene, better known as Charlieb, and I am so glad that you took out the time to join me. Tonight, I have the sweetest guest in the whole wide world. Her name is Little Miss Audrey Holmes. She is my baby girl, and y'all have no idea how thrilled and honored I am to have her sitting with me tonight. Today is May 1st, and it is Lupus Awareness Month. So I thought that I would kick off this month with my first guest being my baby girl. You might be wondering, why do you have your youngest on a lupus episode, an episode about lupus? Well, I'll tell you why. You want to tell them why? First, let's go back a little bit. Why don't you say hi to the people?
Hi, everyone.
This is my baby, y'all. She makes me smile. Audrey, as you heard from getting to know Charlieb, Audrey is the baby girl, and she came in and she finished the blendation of our blended family. And we are so grateful. We are so grateful to have Audrey in our lives. And as you also heard from listening to my husband and I, we suffered 2 losses before Audrey. So she's what the world calls a rainbow baby. She's our little rainbow baby. And she's so beautiful. She was born with green eyes. Then they turned hazel. So every time she sees somebody with green eyes, she's like, oh, that could have been me. Or that was me.
Yeah.
But Audrey came along and came with some challenges. Even when you were like 2 months old, you used to stop breathing in your sleep. It was very strange. Mm. They had to do sleep studies on her. We took her to CHOP Hospital. Audrey decided one day to put... what did you do? Put
like foam in my ear.
She was stuffing
from my car seat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that?
I do.
I don't understand. Audrey has the memory of an elephant, y'all. She remembers things that nobody should be able to remember. Like the foam in the ear. This foam from the side of her car seat. She was stuffing it in her ear. She was 2 years old. Were you?
I think I was like 3 or 4.
Okay, so 3 or 4. So, but still, and she had to get it surgically removed, and that was not fun at all.
Oh, maybe that's why I have like such a fear of getting stuff in my ears.
Probably, sweetheart.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never thought.
Well,
about
the
that.
trauma of that day was the doctor's office. I took you to the doctor's office, and they tried to remove
there was like
it.
6 doctors in that.
Yeah, they tried for a half hour to restrain her and remove this foreign object from her ear. And Dr. Nizwicki, we miss him so. Dr. Nizwicki said, yeah, we need to send her. Yes, he retired. He didn't die, thank the Lord. We need to send her to CHOP in Philly, and she's going to have surgery and to get it removed. We're going to have to put her to sleep to remove it because, so that was interesting.
They didn't have to cut me. They just had to make me not move.
You were in surgery for all of 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
but we were at the hospital for about 6 hours. Yeah, God bless you. Then what happened after that? The allergies. You started throwing up from eating certain things. We didn't know what was happening. And what other traumatic issues?
Angioedema.
Oh my goodness. That was terrifying.
Swollen face, swollen throat.
Where did it start? With the thumb?
It started with my tongue, actually. And then my
Or
fingers.
your toe?
It was my fingers.
Okay.
When I first realized.
So.
And then my toes.
One day we were doing outside at the fire pit like the Holmes family does. We do barbecues, have tons of people over, end up doing the fire pit. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody goes home except Gabby. Gabby was there that night. Okay. And Audrey's like, my thumbs are swollen. And I'm like, yes, they are.
We were in Sam's when I realized, and we just like kept an eye, but it went from my thumbs to my middle finger.
Thumbs, then our middle fingers, and then was it your big toe? Why do I feel like your toes were swollen?
They were. My feet were swollen.
Yeah.
And then it went to my face.
Right. We took her to the hospital, and they said, well, we don't know what this is. Just keep an eye on it. Gave her some Benadryl, sent her home. Then we realized at the third time of the swelling, you came in my room in the middle of the night and was like, Mommy, something's wrong.
And I was like, my face is big. My face is big.
And I'm like, Audrey, calm down, child. Turn on the light. Like, and when she turned on the light, I was like, oh, Lord Jesus, no.
George,
my child.
Wake up.
Oh, God, it was the scariest thing ever.
And then I started crying because you got scared.
Her face she looked deformed like the Elephant Man. If you can picture her mouth, her eyes, like it was like something had taken over her face and she no longer looked like herself. We called the ambulance. Her tongue was swelling. It was terrifying. Rushed her to the hospital. They looked at her like, oh gosh, this the same child we sent home just yesterday. Found out that she had angioedema. We still don't know what medication caused it. It's
genetic.
Actually. How long did your face stay swollen?
About a week.
It took a
while for the swelling to go down.
For the swelling to go down. She was out of school. I was out of work. Listen.
And then a week after that, I woke up. My throat was swollen.
It happened again after that?
Mm-hmm. You remember you had to take me to the hospital because Dad had already gone to work that time.
Oh
you
my
called the
gosh,
ambulance
that's right.
Because my hangy ball in the back of my throat
her
was
throat.
Like,
yes, it had moved from her face to her throat.
And it was like a week apart.
And this time, Honey was at work already. Daddy was already at work. And I was left to deal with it. And listen, if y'all know me, I am the wrong person in a traumatic situation. I'm
calling your sisters.
I call Esther. I called Tony and Esther like, y'all gotta get here now. I don't know. Audrey might be dying. I'm not sure. Please help. Send out the prayer alerts and call all the prayer warriors because it's bad. It's really bad. And they met us at the hospital and wow, that was so scary. Mm-hmm. It was so scary. But I believe that God prepares you for things to come. He strengthens you and prepares you for what's to come. So we're going to talk about Audrey's journey and how we got to where she is today. Audrey's 17. My child, my baby, my sweet baby is going to be 18 in just a few months. And that's supposed to be happy time for moms. It's not. I'm sorry. I'm not happy. The only thing is my mom used to always say, well, there is an alternative. I don't want the alternative. Right? So why don't you tell everybody who you are, your age. I know they heard it the first time, but now this is about you. So, yeah, just a little intro.
Do I say hi again?
She's so cute, y'all.
Okay, well, hi again. I'm Audrey. I'm 17 years old. junior in high school, homeschooled.
Yay.
I have lupus, fibromyalgia, and endometriosis, and been on a journey since I was 10 years old.
Did y'all hear that?
So
The baby has lupus, fibromyalgia, and endometriosis. I just want to make sure y'all heard that. At 17. What were you diagnosed with first?
endometriosis.
Endometriosis. And then what?
And then fibromyalgia.
And then lupus.
And then lupus.
So how old were you when you were diagnosed with endometriosis?
I was officially diagnosed when I was 12.
12 years old. What grade?
7th.
7th grade. And then how old were you when you were diagnosed with fibromyalgia?
15.
15. So that's from 12 to 15. And then how old were you when you were diagnosed with lupus?
Also 15.
Also 15.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot to me. I would go out and say a baby, because you're still a baby to go through. Baby doesn't necessarily have to be in diapers, but
Child.
A girl doesn't turn to a woman till she's like 20, a real woman, till she's like 21, 22 years old. And you've been on this journey like you're a woman since you were 12 years old. Which is why, if you remember that time at CHOP when it might have been a rheumatologist at CHOP, and she was treating you like a child. If I remembered her name, I would say it, because I was so mad at that doctor. I wanted to just strangle her. Because we're telling her all these things that Audrey is going through. There's something wrong with my child. And I was the kind of mother that I was not going to let a doctor tell me that my child was crazy. Why? What's the worst thing that people say to you? To me, it's, well, you look fine. Yeah. She looks fine. But you don't know what she's going through. Yeah. And a lazy doctor will say, oh, let's just try this. And, oh, we don't need to run any more tests. Oh, you're going to run all the tests until you find out what's wrong with my child. Well, I'm not going to write this prescription. Well, you know what? You're fired. You're fired. I don't ever want to see you again. As a matter of fact, get out. Get out.
Don't be upset now.
Oh, I know. I was so angry with that woman for the way she tried to treat you. And then a month after that, we met Sarah Kelly, Dr. Kelly. And changed our lives.
We did.
Yeah.
Found out a lot. For the worst thing for a doctor to say is probably just like, we don't know. Right. Or we don't know what to do next. Because then that just leaves you in a like, okay, so what do I do now? Right. And
you heard that a lot. We heard
really,
that a lot.
Really scary, because it's just like, okay, I don't know what my next step is, but.
And then they keep saying, "We'll try this."
Right.
We'll try this.
So then you feel like a test dummy a little bit.
Right.
Just like a little guinea pig. Like, oh, I have to keep on trying this to see what's gonna work.
That was the hardest part for your dad.
Yeah.
Oh, they not gonna just keep giving her. Oh, they not just gonna keep acting like she's some kind of guinea pig. My baby ain't no guinea pig, and I'm like, babe, she's not.
No, he did not like.
Y'all have no idea.
He hates seeing us in pain.
Oh,
and he like embodies it himself the best way
that
he can.
It's almost
not
like
even on
he
purpose.
Feels it.
So he's like angry because he wants us to feel better, right? And he wants to take all of our pain at the same time.
You did that good. You did like, that. You just really, that's your father.
It's really interesting.
And we have to talk him off ledges like, babe, calm down.
But okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's all right.
Exactly.
Never mind.
Exactly. That's why we don't let him go to the doctors with us. No, you
so
stay.
Bad.
You stay home.
The experiences we've had,
the surgery that you had, and they're saying during COVID she had surgery, and they said only one parent can come back, and he was like, "Oh, y'all confused," and I'm like, "Oh, Jesus, George." please.
And then Shirley did bring a chair for him because he was not playing.
Mr. Holmes, only one parent can come back, and we think it should be the mother. Oh, you obviously don't know what's about to happen because that's my daughter. And they're like, okay, we'll find a chair somewhere. Mm-hmm. I thought you would. And I'm like, oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, that's your daddy. Mm-hmm. But tell the people the first diagnosis. We could go deep into how we knew something was wrong at the age of 10. Mm-hmm. When you first started your period.
Yes.
It was fine for a little bit.
For like 3 months.
I'm like,
it was
very regular. My baby got her period at 10.
It was normal.
Yeah. And we talked about it, so we knew it was coming.
We literally had to talk like a month before I actually got it. Mm-hmm. Which was crazy.
Right. Because so I was, like, signs were everywhere.
I was like, no.
Mom, I got my period. I was like, no, you didn't. Go to the bathroom.
You were right there. I was in the bathroom and you were right there, and I bust the door open like, it's here.
like it was a baby or something.
You were like, I was like, I think I got my period. You were like, no, you didn't. And I was like, look.
I wasn't ready.
And you were like, sit down and pee right now.
I wasn't ready.
But
you were 10.
Interesting because I didn't know, but I actually had my period for a while before I found out. Like, I was bleeding in my underwear every day at school, and I didn't know what it was.
Wow.
And I was so confused, and I was like, I'm not going to show my mom because I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did.
Oh, dear
I was
Lord,
so scared.
But we talked about it.
But it wasn't red. It didn't look like blood. It was like the beginning brownish type. So I was so confused.
Oh, you just helped somebody right there.
Yeah, it was like...
It was brown
interesting.
For a while. Okay.
For a couple of days, like 3 or 4 days probably. And then when I was in the bathroom that day, it was red. And I was like...
Oh, I'm
and
not
then
sick.
I thought back and I was like, that's what it was. And then, it was regular from there. Lasted 7 days.
Right. That's a long time to last. By the way, that was the first
every
sign.
single period that I've ever had, it lasted 7 days or more. It
Right.
was never less than that.
Right. At least you weren't like the little girl from My Girl who thought she was hemorrhaging and dying. It's a great movie to watch, by the way, My Girl.
Very sad, but it's good.
I know, yeah. So from that started a whole journey of Audrey bleeding like a slaughtered pig. When did that start?
Probably about I would say 6 months into my period.
Yeah. She started what I would like to call hemorrhaging, and it was like nothing I'd ever seen. And I'm like, okay, let's just relax. You might just have a heavy period. Mm-hmm. Let's just see how the next one goes. Yeah. Well, we
said that for a couple.
One lasted for 2 weeks.
Yeah, literally 14 days.
Okay, so now we got to find a doctor because you're 10 years old. Mm-hmm. And do you remember that journey?
I do.
There was not a doctor. This was the problem I had with CHOP. There was not a doctor that we could find that would take a gynecologist, that would take a 10-year-old with Audrey's issues. And that's what irritated me so bad.
It's like my child's going through something.
My child is bleeding and nobody can help her. Somebody needs to... Listen, if there are any doctors out there listening, you need to figure out... yes. How you're going to help. First of all, the world is changing. Mm-hmm. Women are changing. And men and boys too. Right?
Children are developing faster and everything is just different from the 80s.
Exactly. So you need to figure out what you're going to do when a parent and their daughter comes to you and say, hey, listen, my daughter's bleeding like a grown woman who just had a baby and she's never been touched. So what can we do? How can you help? Mm-hmm. And instead we had so many doors slammed in our face saying, oh, we don't. She's not 13. Oh, she has to be at least 13 to be a patient here. A couple of the doctors said, oh, she has to be 16.
Right.
16. Periods are starting at 9.
Literally.
Y'all need to change your rules. Y'all need to go back and review the diagram again because this is not going to work out.
And the Children's Hospital didn't even have a gynecologist for me to go to. So
let's say that again for all the children's hospitals that's out there listening. Say it again, Audrey.
They didn't even have a gynecologist for me to go to.
So there was not a juvenile or pediatric gynecologist to help you with this issue, which is why we kept going around and around in circles for years, dealing with this child bleeding like a slaughtered pig, cramps and pain. I'm talking like weeks out of school, having to go
doubled over on the floor,
right,
like
on the floor, screaming in pain. I'm at work. School calls. You got to come get Audrey. She's in my office again. She's in pain. Audrey needs a new outfit. Like, you always had a book bag
in the nurse's office
with extra everything. We had to stay ready, stay prepared.
Anything.
You were on a 504 program where you were the only kid in Benjamin Banneker that was able to have bottled water.
Right.
And able to go to the nurse whenever you needed. Benjamin Banneker was a godsend for us. Literally a godsend. Shout out to Stacy. Oh gosh, what's her last name?
Wilson.
Stacy Wilson and is his name Richard?
I think it's Richard.
And I think her husband's name is Richard Wilson, who run Benjamin Banneker School, Preparatory School, and Charter School. Thank you. Benjamin Banneker Preparatory Charter School in Willingboro and West Hampton. Amazing staff.
I hear they have another one coming too.
Yeah, and they changed our lives, really. Miss Barbara, I hope she's still there, was the best counselor I've ever seen in my life. And they really changed our lives. Because of them, you were able to stay in school as long as you did.
Yes.
Because if
any other school,
any other school wouldn't have worked out.
I literally missed 2 months of school in total.
Easy, probably more.
Like not straight. Yeah. Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, because there were times when you didn't go to school for the whole week.
In January, like I barely went that 1 year. I had my surgery in February.
Yeah.
And then went back, left out again.
Yep.
And then after that point, we were just like, all right, something's got to give.
The surgery was for what?
It was my laparoscopic surgery when they were checking to see the endometriosis in my uterus.
Was that hard to find out? When the doctor said you have endometriosis, were you relieved or were you upset?
I was relieved because I already knew that I had it.
Right.
I was just waiting for them to confirm.
It kind of makes you feel like, okay, gosh, thank God I'm not crazy.
It's the answer. Because we found the problem started when I was in 5th grade. But we didn't have like the 504 and all those things yet. Because it didn't progress.
Yeah, we weren't so sure what was going on
until 6th grade.
Right.
And my school nurse in 6th grade was like the best ever.
She was.
I love her so much. She was the one that would like take care of me. She would make sure I have my medicine, and I would tell her all my things that's going on. And she was like, "It really sounds like you have endometriosis," and she explained it to me, and I was like, "That sounds like me."
This is Twin Hills School.
Benjamin Banneker.
Oh, this was Benjamin Banneker? This was Benjamin Banneker. What was her name?
Nurse Maness.
Which one was Nurse Maness?
The young one. When I was in that one building behind the school, the college.
Oh my gosh, yes. I forgot about her.
Yes, she was the one that told me that, like, it introduced me to actually what endometriosis was. And since then, after that, we started going to gynecologists. And I was waiting for that answer because I knew that was it as soon as she told me.
So we finally found a gynecologist that would take Audrey through Aunt Tony. Dr.
Shout out Aunt Tony.
Shout out to Aunt Tony all the time.
Because without her, what would we do, honestly?
Who knows?
Who
knows? Aunt Tony was Audrey's first doctor, actually. Mm-hmm. All right, give her this, tell her to do this if she needs to do this, and tell her to go here. And Tony would come to the appointments with us.
We really call her first before we call the doctor still.
That's an ongoing statement. Yeah. Call Tony first. Mm-hmm. But Tony would come to the appointments with us. If she wasn't able to make it to the appointment, she would be on the phone.
No matter what she was doing.
And I'm like, hold on, Doc. Okay, let me dial in my sister Tony. And they already knew. And good, hello, Miss, or they would call her Antonio. Hello, Mrs. Freisen. And Antonio be like, yes, okay, so what about this and what about that? Because I don't speak doctor and I don't speak nurse.
I learned the language.
But Audrey now speaks nurse, and I truly believe you're going to end up in the medical field. I'm putting it out there. So after you were diagnosed with endometriosis, you were relieved, and so was I. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, finally, they found out what's going on. They can.
What are we going to do to fix it?
Now we know what we can do to fix it. But what else happened? Like,
it got crazier. Honestly,
how could it possibly have gotten worse?
And we didn't understand, like, everything. We tried so many things. Like, you probably wouldn't believe it if it's like a pincushion.
You know what a pincushion is. When a seamstress used the little pumpkin thing, and she puts needles in there, and she feels that that's what you put your needles in. And that's how it was. Tried everything. Nothing was working. Okay, she has endometriosis. Why isn't she getting better? How is it possible that she's getting worse? What's going on?
So many medications.
So many doctor's visits. So many hospitals. Rushing her to the hospital. She can't walk. She can't stand. She's the day you almost passed out in school. You got to come get Audrey. We got to take her to the hospital. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know how I kept a job. Because I had to leave the job. Thank you. So many times I'm leaving work because I got to go get Audrey. Hun, you got to meet me at the hospital. We got to take Audrey to the hospital. And a lot of people don't know what me and Dad been through. If you're not close knit to the family, you don't know what was going on.
When a child's sick, the whole family goes through it.
Yeah.
Especially the parents, because they have to take care of the child. Yeah. So it's like the child's experiencing what's the problem, but everybody, you're dealing with that.
And then you would show up and they'd be like, well, she looks fine. And I want to say, you know what? Just shut your face, adult. Adults. Sometimes adults are the dumbest people on the planet because I don't have to tell you exactly what's going on with my baby. Just do your job. Do your job. Just pray. If you don't know how to get a prayer through, just say, I'll be thinking about you. Because listen, if you can't get a prayer through, I'd rather you not. Thank you very much. We good. We got that covered. But, the interesting thing is, I always protected you. Me and Dad both tried to protect you from, I said it and I'm going to say it again, from stupid people that didn't know what else to say. So they would just say something dumb. Yeah. You know what I mean? And because you look fine, you don't look like there's anything wrong with you, except the times when you were on steroids and you would have weight gain. And some people would say, oh, Audrey, you picking up weight. And I'm like, say it again. Now I'm saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled. I'm ready to put up my dukes. And I'm like, say it again. Tell her she gaining weight again and see what happened. Like, come on. Just don't say dumb stuff. Yeah. Because how did that affect you? Help somebody out. How did that affect you mentally?
Sometimes it hurt, but I didn't really let people's words affect me.
Right.
I learned that early. Yes. Very early. People's words only affect me if I allow them to.
Right. There you go.
So people can talk as much as they want to and say whatever they want. But if I don't let those words get to me, right? Because I know that they don't have any meaning. You don't even know who I am. So how can you speak anything into my life?
There you go.
No.
Right.
So I would kind of just bypass it because it's like you don't know anything that I'm going through right now.
And so you don't have room to talk. If only you knew. Mm-hmm. That's why I would say she don't look like what she going through. Mm-hmm. She don't sound like what she been through.
Just mind your business.
How about that? Mind your business.
Yes.
Right. So we finally thank God for Aunt Tony. We finally found a gynecologist that would take were you still 10 when you found, or 12?
11.
11 years old. That would take an 11-year-old. Shout out to Dr. Crisandi at Dr. Obiano's office. Dr. Crisandi is the one who found out that she had endometriosis. Fast forward.
He did my surgery.
He did the surgery, all that. Got that under control. Not really, because it got worse. And we didn't think that it could get any worse. But it did. By and by, find out that she has fibromyalgia. Now, how did we find that out?
Well, Dr. K ended up leaving, so I had to find another doctor.
Suddenly, like, no warning.
Out of nowhere.
Hey, doctors, if you have patients and you just gonna up and leave, could you give us some warnings, please?
Even if it's gonna hurt their feelings, tell them.
Because Dr. K, Audrey's a 10-year-old female.
At the time, I was 14.
With Dr. K? No, I'm talking about when you met him.
Oh, yeah. I was 11.
11 when she met this doctor. Fell in love with a male doctor. That is unusual.
Gynecologist.
A gynecologist that got to be all up in your business. But he was amazing. One day we came in for an appointment only to find out he up and left.
And we just had an appointment with him a couple weeks before that.
And it was
planning on doing our next appointment.
Right.
So it was
no
insane.
Warning. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm still upset.
Yeah.
You over it?
I am.
Okay.
I cried.
If you over it.
I got through it.
I was upset because my baby cried. I mean, I went looking for him on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I was going to send him a nasty message, but then the Holy Ghost said, Charlene, if you do that, you're going to have to deal with me. So then I was like, okay, Holy Ghost, I'm not going to do that. But I surely wanted to because my baby was hurt. So, hey, doctors, don't do that. Give a warning. Okay? All right, let's move on.
So
by and by, Dr. K left. Then came Dr.
Perkins.
Whoa. Dr. Perkins. Oh, you're going to love Dr. Perkins. She took Dr. K's place. She's a wonderful doctor. We met her, fell in love. She's the one that told you what?
Because my pain started spreading and it was okay, I'm not only having cramps, back pain, and migraines, my legs are hurting, my hips are hurting. Everything in my body will just hurt.
She would just be falling to the ground for no reason. I'm what are you doing down there?
I was really confused.
Her legs would give out.
Why my body was in so much pain, and it wasn't just the normal for having endometriosis. So as we kept on going to appointments, she was trying to figure out, she's like, I think you have something more fibromyalgia possibly. And I'm like, what's that? And
we had no idea what that was.
Amplified pain and nerve pain and whatever pain that you have, it pretty much doubles it. It makes it worse than the average person's pain would be.
How old are you now when this happened?
I was
12, 13?
Probably 13.
Yeah.
So she was like, I suggest that you see a rheumatologist and, figure that out because fibromyalgia also has to do with your nerve pain, things like that. So
there's only so much a gynecologist can do. Then they have to switch you. Then they have to refer you to a rheumatologist. Go.
Not only that, before all that, we went to kidney doctor, the GI doctor. We went to so many doctors.
Oh yeah,
to
because
figure
your kidneys,
out what was going on.
You were having
I had
protein,
high creatinine and protein in my urine.
Your creatinine was too high, protein in the urine, so then they
my
were
kidneys
worried
weren't
about
functioning 100%.
I forgot about that.
So that was a lot. But
and the diet and the finding out her allergies, the nutrition, the hair. We were worried about her hair loss and her skin was breaking out. She was getting these rashes on her face and her neck.
We didn't understand.
And I was literally going nuts, but we stayed in prayer and we trusted God. And when did you get saved? Well, how old were you when you got saved?
11.
Audrey was 11 years old when she gave her life to the Lord. And that was by far the best decision she could have ever made in her entire life. Because if it wasn't for her having her own relationship with the Lord, I truly don't believe that you would have been able to go through what you went through.
Not at all.
So it's important to put that out there because you got to have God to get through this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people all the time, if I would have had to go through what Audrey went through at this age, at her age, I don't know if I would have made it. I tell you. And some folks would have been like, yeah, you would have. I don't think so. I'm telling you right now, I don't think so. Because I got saved when I was like 25, 23 or 24. And I got migraines. That was my only issue in life, was migraines.
That was definitely necessary.
Yeah.
But at a certain point when I thought I was going through the worst it could be, I was down and depressed and not even understanding depression or anything about it. But
why were you depressed?
Because I was in so much pain and nothing was helping and we had no answers.
And the doctors kept turning like, we don't know
nothing more the doctors could give me
to this
help
doctor.
the pain.
Go to that doctor.
I was up until 4 a.m. every single night crying myself to sleep. And that was just my routine. And during that time, when I should have been drawing closer to the Lord, I was honestly falling away because I would forget to pray. I wouldn't read the word because I was so consumed in all the pain. And there was like nothing more. Like I would be up all night and then sleep throughout the day because my body was so exhausted.
Right.
But that was a time where like, oh, your healing is coming. God's going to heal you. So I focused so much on that when it didn't come and I was just still going through so much pain, I got discouraged. And I honestly started losing faith. And once I realized, that got really scary for me because I realized like how much I hadn't been in the word. And I was like, wow. And then like I would like pray and they were like, whoa, when's the last time I did this? Like, what's going on? So it was like, and then it felt like I was just so far from him that it scared me. And I was just like, no, I need to get back. But I didn't know how to let go of my problems and give it to him instead of just keeping it and trying to handle it on my own.
Right.
Because my healing didn't come in the time that I thought it would, or I thought
it
was
didn't
right.
look like you.
Right.
Healing doesn't always look like we want it to look.
And I was just like so discouraged by it, and I was just like struggling a lot, and I was just like, okay. But then once I realized, I'm like, no, like I need Jesus, I need him, so let me do what I gotta do, and we go to church and go to Wednesday night prayer, and I would just try to figure out how to let it go and give it to him. So because I'm just like, I can't handle it all on my own. So that was
I knew
struggle.
most of this, but I didn't know all of this. Was there ever a time that you feel like you couldn't come to me, or did you feel like you were being a burden to me and Dad, or why did you feel like you had to go through that on your own?
Because I always bottled everything up before. Like, I just kept it to me. Like, I knew that y'all knew what was going on. Y'all would take me to the doctors and stuff like that. But all the personal stuff, I just kept bottled up. All of my pain. I put on, like, a mask in front of people. And I literally practiced, like, how to not show that I'm in pain.
Right.
So when it came to, like, being around people, they didn't have to ask me, like, oh, what's wrong? Or how you feeling? What's this? What's that? Because I didn't like those questions. I didn't want people to know. So I'm just like, I'm going to act like there's nothing wrong with me. And I would be in extreme pain around people and look like nothing is happening. Like, and it's actually, like, it's still kind of a habit that I have now.
Right.
Because I practiced it for so long before telling anybody that I was even sick. But it was just like, I'm not going to let anybody know so that they don't have to ask any questions. Because I already don't really look sick. Yeah. So I'm just like, let me not make faces because then they'll be confused and be like, what's wrong with you?
Right.
So
okay,
that was something. And regaining faith back and trusting in the Lord, actually. And that was rough after that, but once I let it go and gave it to him, it was a lot better. And then building my foundation on him and like my relationship with him, because that was 2019, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then going into 2020 was when I got like really serious about my relationship with the Lord, and I was like in the Word and like striving, and that's what made me stronger in Him to where I am now.
But I think that comes from being young in Christ and being just young, period, but also a babe in Christ, because you were so young going through all these things, and you were also new in Christ, even though you were born in a Christian home. And but just because you're born in a Christian home doesn't mean that you're going to behave yourself like a Christian. Lord knows, because I wasn't, right? But it's also, it comes from, there's a song that says, I've learned how to live holy, and I've learned how to live right. I've learned how to suffer, and if I suffer, I'll gain eternal life. So there's things that you have to learn about being saved and living holy and trusting God and learning faith. And it comes through even faith. Like, what is that? Right. Okay, I've got faith now. How do I act like
Sometimes
I have faith?
It's hard.
Right. So,
and then you read the Word and you'll read in Hebrews, it's impossible to please God without faith. And you're like, okay, I need this, but how do I get it? Like, you know.
Exactly. So I understand exactly what you're saying, but I also acknowledge that you were a child. You were a baby going through these things. And as much as I know that me and Dad was there for you, there were some things that you just had to go through by yourself. That's how you build your firm foundation. I had to go through building my firm foundation on Christ, and say the on Christ the solid rock I stand. Like, you can't stand on my foundation. You got to stand on your own. So I'm glad that you went through that. I'm glad that you made it through that. Some things weren't even meant for you to share with me, because I would have tried to fix it for you. And I'm a fixer. Tell mommy what's wrong. No, tell me what's wrong, because mommy can fix it. Like, I want to fix all of it. And if I can't fix it, I'm gonna take you to somebody that can. Like, but you had to get through that yourself. Go ahead.
There's also influences, like who you're around. And it took a lot, like, learning, because, like, you know, when you get saved, things change. Yeah. And then you have to, like, let go of the world and, you know, the people that you hang with. But I was trying to hold on to at the same time while being saved and being a babe in Christ. And I'm like, yeah, I knew the Word and I knew a lot, but it was like, just because I didn't mean that I was automatically mature.
Right, absolutely.
In the Lord. So it took a
babies aren't born walking.
So it eventually people got removed,
right? And
that's when my relationship really started to blossom with the Lord a lot. But it happened so naturally. It wasn't just like I cut the person off or I cut somebody off. It was just a gradual thing that needed to happen.
Right. And I couldn't, as saved parents, we couldn't force that on you. These are decisions that you had to make on your own. After we left CHOP, the rheumatologist, Aunt Lethea told us to call her rheumatologist. And we met Dr. Kelly. And Dr. Kelly knew, I feel like, from the time that she met you, what was wrong. I remember her touching you in certain spots and the pressure points. Like, is that what she called it? The pressure points.
I think so.
And she ran all the tests. And then I don't want to say she snuck and ran the test for lupus. Was it back to back to make sure she was looking for a certain number to be somewhere.
They're just looking for everything. They checked everything.
Yeah.
Possible.
But what was that test that she said that she ran, and if it was a certain number, she knew that it was lupus?
It wasn't that. She went over running all the tests. And then my ANA antibodies came back positive.
There you go.
So with that, it was like there's a possibility of having lupus when those come back positive. which was just like a mind boggler, shocker, all that for us, because we were just like, whoa.
That was the furthest thing.
We were just talking about fibromyalgia. What do you mean lupus? And the only thing I knew about lupus was that my cousin had it.
Chili has it.
So I'm like, what do you mean? No, it can't be me. But it was.
So how did you feel when you found out it was lupus? Were you again relieved?
I was just like, eventually after all the testing, because it took weeks. Like, we had our first appointment, and then 3 weeks later we got the results back, and then after that, that's when we found out about the possibility of having lupus, and then it took more weeks to figure out what the next thing was going to be, to officially find out whether I had it or not. So that was a whole process, about a month.
I remember all that. Yeah, okay.
So when I officially found out, by the time it came to the point of officially finding out, I knew I had it, because everything lined up too much for me to not have it.
Right.
So I was just waiting for her to give me the okay, and now we figure out treatment options and what we're going to do.
Right.
But it was like, I felt like I just had to learn how to live life again.
Right.
That was my main thing. I'm like, I have to learn how to navigate life with 2 more illnesses on top of already having endometriosis, when I thought that was the hardest it was going to get. Right. But I got 2 more on top of it now. So how do I do this? Like,
and how old were you?
15.
15 years old with endometriosis, fibromyalgia, and lupus. Which one was the hardest, or can you even say?
At the time? Which one was the hardest?
At the time.
Probably still endometriosis.
Yeah. At what point did we say Audrey needs to talk to somebody? I never was opposed to you talking to somebody. I just didn't know what that would look like. Mm-hmm. And I was concerned about you because you had so much to deal with mentally. And I was so afraid for you. Me and Dad, you don't know, you have no idea what we went through. You're 17 now. And I tell people all the time, Audrey is a 40-year-old trapped in a 17-year-old's body. You are so mature, physically, mentally, just even the way that you carry yourself and the way that you present yourself, the way you speak. You remind me of an oldest child, like I'm Lupie, and as you said in getting to know Charlieb B, it's because you were raised around people way older than you. Yeah. But it prepared you for the things that you have to go through.
If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be able to handle
child, everything. You wouldn't. So did you ever oppose therapy? And what can you say to somebody, and somebody and their mom, a young girl right now is going through what you're going through, and her mom is like, no, we got Jesus, we don't need therapy. You don't need therapy.
Yeah. I mean, therapy's not for everyone, I guess. Like, you know.
That's true. See, there you go, Miss Mature.
Don't click with it, I guess.
Right.
And it wasn't that I didn't click with it. It's just I didn't want to. I was completely opposed for it for like a year or 2 even. Remember, I was always trying to get out of going to my appointments, and I was always trying to find excuses.
I do, but I don't ever remember you being opposed. I thought you were just being difficult.
I know. It's because I didn't want to go.
Okay.
I was just like, yeah, no, this is for, like, it made me feel like a crazy person. And I'm like, no, like, I have my family. Why would I want to talk to a stranger when I can talk to my family if I need to say something? Like, I was just completely, like, closed-minded toward it. Eventually, once I started to open up, because I had a hard time talking about my feelings, because I just closed everything in.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I felt the need to be this strong person because I felt like everybody that looked at me and really knew what I was going through was like, oh my goodness, you're so strong. So people putting that in my mind made me feel like, no, like I have the standard to uphold. Don't cry because you're strong. Like you have to be strong. And that, like, that wasn't a good mentality to have, because I was like, you know, crying is good sometimes. We have to cry. And I was going through a lot of pain, and I was just like, force myself to be, you're not this. So therapy like taught me how to get out of that, and like when I have feelings, it's okay to acknowledge them.
Right, express your
feelings. Like I don't have to. I can be sad. I don't have to sit in sadness. Right. But it's okay to acknowledge that it's sad. Right. Because we all experience that. Or it's okay to not be okay. Everything doesn't always have to be in order. But, you know, figure out a plan and it'll work out. You know, something like. Right. So opening up and being able to talk to people is what therapy taught me, and it's still helpful to this day.
Let's loop in lupus. What is lupus?
Lupus is an autoimmune disease where your immune system attacks major organs in your body. It can be your heart, your brain, your kidneys, your skin, anything. And also your joints and muscles. And it causes a lot of pain and inflammation, and it's not fun.
What's the worst part about lupus?
I would say how unpredictable it is.
Okay.
Because it's like, it can come out of nowhere. Just a flare-up, inflammation, or all of a sudden the medicine's not enough, so it's just like skyrockets. Now you're inflamed, you're in pain, you can barely move, and it's like when it hits hard. Right. So that's a struggle, because it's a daily thing too. It's like, okay,
yeah, that's important to know.
You have it, and you're treating it monthly.
Yeah. How do you treat it? How is yours treated?
I have infusions once a month, and I take medicine every day. Right. But that's just it's to make me be able to function throughout the day. It doesn't take away my pain, because I still wake up in pain every day, but it's tolerable because I have a high pain tolerance.
Yes, you do.
So
thank you, Jesus.
Thank God. Yeah. It's not easy at all. Like I go through brain fog and I'll forget things, and I'm just like completely blank. Right. Like I could, or like
How often do you go through brain fog, Audrey?
Every day, pretty much.
Really?
Sometimes are worse than others with the brain fog, but you know, it just depends. It comes with like a lot of things, like lack of concentration, not being able to focus, and fatigue, and the rashes that you get from it. There's chest pain and a lot of other added on things besides just like the big thing that it is. So it's like the big thing, and then all the little things add up to be an even bigger thing. Right. And then it's stuff that people don't understand. And it makes it worse because they can't see it. Not that people want to look sick.
I was going to ask you that. Is it irritating that you don't look sick?
Sometimes. And it's not because I want to look sick. Right. It's just that people don't understand. Right. Or like they don't feel like I'm in pain. So they like invalidate it. But I'm like, you're not allowed to do that because you're not in my body.
There you go.
So you don't know what's going on in here. And if I say that something hurt, then it means it hurt because I don't have a reason to lie. Right. So it's like dealing with a lot every day. Right. And sometimes it's not always the same thing. We do, you know, some days you're just like, okay, I didn't feel terrible today.
Right. Okay.
But there are a lot of bad days too.
Right. So we pulled you out of school because it was too much. You were missing too many days. I was missing work. We put you in homeschool. We started out with Keystone. Then shout out to Natanya Braswell is a rock star, superhero, Wonder Woman, Superwoman, all those things. She came. Aunt Tony told us about Natanya Braswell. And I reached out to her, Sherman Braswell's wife. I grew up with Sherman from Burlington. And we reached out to her. And without hesitation, she came to our home. Mm-hmm. And she came and spent hours setting up Audrey with a homeschool program.
A literal angel, honestly.
I've never seen anything like it. When I say she set it up, it was like it was her school and Audrey was her student, and she did check-ins and made sure Audrey was doing well and got Audrey on the right track. Because one thing about this mama, I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses, and I use my resources. And hey, listen, I didn't know what to do for this child, so I called in the people that I know. But Natanya came in and set Audrey on the right track for her education, for homeschooling. Because homeschool seems easy. Oh, you're homeschooled? Oh, great. That's so cool.
Be not deceived. Don't be fooled.
There is work involved. And Audrey is an independent student. So now you got this independent student because mama and daddy got to go to work. But Audrey has a job to do while home. And it's a lot of work. And now you're in the 11th grade, 17 years old. Let's fast forward a little bit. Mm-hmm. 17, 11th grade. That's hard for me to even say, Audrey. Because all I can see now, I still see the green eyes and the little girl, the little baby staring at me and not wanting anybody to pick her up or touch her. But what's the hardest part? What was the hardest part about transitioning to homeschool? And now what's the toughest part about homeschooling with these illnesses? Because remind you, lupus is on the surface. It's not on, lupus is I'm going to call lupus the monster right now.
Because it needed just a little bit of time to mature. Did its growing process very quickly. But the hardest part for homeschool transitioning in the beginning was like leaving my friends.
Yeah.
That hurt. Not being able to graduate 8th grade with my friends, like that was like
I remember that.
Rough.
I cried.
Oh man, I was hurt. And then having to tell them was like even worse.
Yeah.
So
they cried, Audrey cried.
Like I was still trying to finish 7th grade as they were going into 8th grade. Yeah. So it was like a struggle. But by the grace of God, I started after them and then finished before.
Yes.
So
because you can make your own schedule. So right. There are some highs and some lows to homeschool.
Choosing every day to get up instead of staying in bed.
Thank you for your honesty.
That's the thing, because it's just like those days when you don't want to get up, like, and then you're in pain and you just don't feel well, and you're like,
because when you have to go to school and get on that bus, you have no choice but to get up.
But I when can create my own schedule and I can whatever.
Do you ever say, you know what, I'm gonna get up a little bit late, I'm gonna push you back a little bit, I'll get up, then I'll just work a little bit harder? Mm-hmm. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I ain't mad at you, baby.
Because it's really hard, like, especially on the rough days, or like when it's almost time for my treatment and it's like my pain is at its peak, and it's like I don't even feel like brushing my teeth sometimes, but it's like it's the determination, still choosing to push either way, and it's like, okay, maybe I did have to start school late today, but as long as I'm doing something, it's better than nothing. Like, right. I'm getting somewhere. Like, I chose to do something. So it's like making that decision, because if you listen to your pain every day, you're just going to want to stay in bed.
Say it again, baby.
So,
please talk about that. No, seriously, really? Because some people that are going through what you're going through, they decide to stay in bed.
Right. It's like if you listen to your pain, you're going to choose to stay in bed every day. So, I had to get to a certain point where it's like, it doesn't matter how you feel, it's about what needs to be done. And if I'm in a lot of pain and I can't do it, I will give myself some grace.
Right.
But at the same time, if I know that I'm capable of doing it, I'm like, okay, I'll do this at least. Right. Like, I have to, it's a part of my routine. Like, I have to get up after brush my teeth, wash my face, read my Bible plan and pray, and then eat, feed the dogs or let the dogs out and stuff like that. Like, so
I love it.
Making that's my routine every day. And then even if I do have to like push my start time back a little bit for school, I still make sure that I open my computer every day and I'm doing something, because it's like if I'm already like struggling a little bit, then if I don't do anything, it's just gonna leave me to struggle more.
Right, it's gonna make it worse.
So it's like, just being determined and not allowing the pain to consume you.
Right.
Because it's very easy. Because it's present. It's there.
It's real.
And, right. That's like, your pain is not right or wrong. It's just real.
Thank you for being so transparent and what your struggles are. Somebody needs to hear that. I can't wait to air this for lupus awareness, because somebody doesn't realize that if you just decide to push yourself a little bit further, you can actually make it. But you mentioned give yourself some grace when you can't. That's important too. But you got to know the difference.
Right.
You got to know the difference. Because every day you can't decide, today I'm going to give myself some grace.
I did that at one point.
I'm going to give myself some grace. And then 2 weeks later, you still gracing it. And now you a month behind in school. No.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite work like that.
Because, yeah. But it's like, it's important not to get stuck in the comfortableness of the grace you give yourself.
Yeah. Because
it's easy when you're just like, okay, yeah, I let myself stay in bed. And then, okay, I want to do it the next day too. Or just like it's easy to get very comfortable in that space. And then you're just like, I'll do that another time. Like, that was me at one point. I had gotten like comfortable, just
complacent,
being where I was at, not doing anything because, and then I just like really couldn't come up with excuses anymore because I was chilling, honestly. And
here's me, like, okay, so I know you're in pain, but we gotta get this done. I know you got stuff going on, but listen, honey.
I was scared to even look at my computer.
It makes me proud to know that you get it. And with all that you have going on, you got it. So today is a junior in high school. You're about to go on your first job interview. What scares you and what excites you? Or if you want to go, what excites you first and then what scares you?
What excites me is knowing who I am and the potential that I have to be amazing.
Ooh,
and just like successful.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, but then there's a journey to get to that process.
Right.
So the journey, it doesn't seem scary because it's like I know I have the Lord and He's going to carry me through.
Amen.
But I guess it's more just like my health, like, a flare up or something going on that could set me back a little bit.
Right.
But we can work through setbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and then just, you know, experiencing life on my own. I know that's will be scary at first, but then it's like, I just have a feeling I'll be good at it somehow.
That's what excites you?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of.
Good, because that's something to look forward to in like 20 years from now.
Whoa.
When you go to college, who's going to help me with my phone?
I don't know what you and Dad are going to do, honestly.
I don't know either.
I'm more concerned for the both of you than I am for me, honestly. Honestly. Because I went and stayed out for one night and you was bugging out. Came home, you had an attitude with me because I was gone for 24 hours. Dad had an attitude. So.
This is about Lupus. Not about me and your daddy and our future without our youngest. You what? Don't be like that, Oj.
Oh, yeah. It's a journey. Like with Lupus, it's like I said, it's very unpredictable. Yeah. And that's like the scariest part of it because you never know when it's going to hit.
Right.
That's why it's just like, okay, always be prepared. And like, or as prepared as you can be because you never know what it is. Like when your body is going against itself in a way, it's just like, what am I to do? Mm-hmm. Like my immune system is attacking its own body. Like, what are you doing?
Fighting yourself? Like,
literally, why you hitting yourself? Why you hitting yourself? Like, so it can be scary and exciting at the same time to like think about.
I get it.
College, graduating high school, moving on with life.
Jesus.
All those things. Mm-hmm. But it's like coming so soon. It's like you have to think about it.
Yeah. What college do you want to go to, Oj? Try not to cry.
She has paper towels in her eyes. I don't know. Thinking about it. There's two in mind. Kane, Montclair. Staying in Jersey, of course, because I'm not allowed to leave the state.
If they move Kane here, that would be awesome. And then they move Montclair, like, to this area. That would be really great. How about it?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah.
I mean, it's just a thought. It's just a thought.
Okay.
The good news is for me is I have time to mentally prepare for it. And I've been mentally preparing for this for like 2 years.
I'm trying. I need to learn how to mentally prepare for it.
I'm so proud of you, Audrey. You are one amazing young woman. I just marvel at your life. And I just love that you have come into yourself and figured out life. You're not perfect. But neither is mom and dad, you know. But you're perfectly surrendered to God. And I've watched you blossom into this amazing young woman. Audrey is my mama's namesake. She's named after my mom. I was stalked for 9 months. We didn't tell Nan that we were going to name you Audrey. We didn't. Listen, hun, my mom keeps asking me, as soon as she found out that we were having a girl, please name her after me. Like, nobody has named after me. She's the last grandchild. Just name her after me. And I'm like, Mom, that's an old lady's name. Why would I name my child Audrey? It's an old lady, because I didn't want her to know that we were gonna name you Audrey. And then Dad said, her name is Audrey Patrice Holmes. And Nan was like, what did you say her name was? And she just started crying. It was beautiful. She was so happy. So now does she even call you Audrey, or does she just call you my namesake? Oh, my namesake.
Most of the time, that's what it is.
But you have definitely lived up to the name Audrey.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Most
and it means
definitely.
noble strength.
What? Say it again.
The meaning of the name Audrey is noble strength.
And there you have it.
So.
There you have it. It's perfect. It couldn't have been any better. What parting wisdom do you have for a young woman and the family?
That's one of the things I thank God for most, because I didn't have to suffer in silence. Like, you paid attention and you noticed and did something about it. And didn't just, you and Dad made sure that I had the doctors, every doctor I needed to go to. And even sometimes I almost like thought about not saying anything, because I knew I already go to so many doctors and the medical bills have to be crazy. Like, I don't know what they're going through, but you know, you never allowed that for me. So I'm grateful for that.
Praise God. I'm glad. Thank you for sharing that, Audrey. That's important. But honey, medical bills was going to get paid, because the Lord always blessed us to have. Dad had, when he would, before he started his own business trucking, he was working for U.S. Foods, and we had great insurance there. And then the Lord had the nerve to bless me with a government job where we had great insurance, and now I work for the county and we have great insurance. So he always made a way. Always made a way. Hallelujah. Hold on. Let me take a moment to tell God, thank you. God is good, and he always makes the way. He is the way. Mm-hmm. Today is actually May 1st, 2023. We're going to be airing this episode tomorrow. This was a last-minute decision, too, because I was supposed to air a whole different episode about blended families, but then I woke up this morning like, wait, Lupus it's May 1st. It's Lupus Awareness. I got to get Audrey in. Mm-hmm. So this was last minute, but I'm glad we did it.
I would say just make sure that you take care of yourself and like pay attention to the things that are going on in your body, so that you'll be able to know and tell the doctors, so that they don't just, accuse you of being crazy. Mm-hmm. But trust God and have faith. Yeah. Because without him, it's impossible, honestly, to go through it. Something so big. Yeah. Yeah, just as a family member, I would just say, just be there as support and, as a listening ear.
Say less.
If that's what's needed, yes. Because sometimes words aren't always the best thing. Yeah. I know I'm the type of person that just will enjoy silence more so. Yes. Sometimes I just don't want to talk. Yeah, just keep fighting, because, if you keep on breathing, God has a purpose for you. So. Wow. Yeah.
One thing that we didn't talk about was that butterfly rash. Yours wasn't always on your face. Sometimes it was on your neck. Sometimes it was on your arm, right?
I had a butterfly rash on my arm for years, and even before I found out I had lupus. And it's usually around people's, under their eyes and around their nose,
like a raccoon mask almost.
But mine is usually around my mouth. Yeah. And on my neck. And
so for years we thought it was
we didn't know what it was. Well, we thought it was eczema on my arms.
It was eczema on our
and
arms.
Allergies.
Oh my gosh.
But come to find out, it wasn't
all
that.
It
was just lupus. And then the things that they said I was allergic to was what was triggering it to get worse while I had it. Like they said, fragrance, but I can wear perfume now. So
no, you probably shouldn't, but it's probably the treatment that's helping you.
I can't.
Girl, bye.
Anyways.
You just convinced yourself.
Yeah. Just be encouraged and stay strong, because it will get better. Yeah. You might not know when, but eventually. As long as you keep on trying, Yeah.
Is there a cure for lupus?
No.
No?
There's only treatment options. And healing from God.
See, get my words back. So when you're cured, we'll know that it's the healing from God. Because there is no medical cure for lupus. Just the medication that they give you. What do they usually offer you when you have a flare-up?
Steroid.
How does that make you feel?
Upset.
Yeah. That's like a vicious cycle.
It is.
And I've watched you lose the weight and get excited, then you get a flare-up and you got to go back on steroids. And I'm like, ugh.
It's horrible.
So what do you say to a young girl that's 14 that's going through that?
Don't listen to the outsiders that speak negatively about the weight you may gain or whatever side effects you have from your medication.
Thank you.
Just learn how to love yourself and be confident and comfortable in your skin, because it's the body that God gave you.
Yes.
And you're perfect in His image, and His opinion is the only one that really matters. So that's all you have to worry about, even if it's family. You know?
That is good, Audrey. That's so good. Because the hardest part about growing up is growing up and learning yourself and being comfortable with yourself and loving thine self.
Yeah. It's deeper. It's about who you are and not like what you look like.
Right.
There's a lot of people criticize themselves and compare to others and how they wish they looked. But I heard something recently and was like, it's all dust.
Ooh.
We're all going to return to dust. We were all formed by dust. And what you're jealous of or what you're comparing yourself to is dust. And what you're critiquing on your body is also dust. But you have to worry about more so what's inside of you and who you are.
Sometimes, y'all, when I'm talking to this young lady, I carried Audrey for 9 months and I raised her. Sometimes I go, who are you? Who
All
are
the
you? Who even are you, child? Because she be throwing out knowledge like Maya Angelou or somebody. And I just look at her and I am in awe of what? Can you say that again? We're all done. Because what it sounds like is Ecclesiastics, vanity of vanity. All is vanity.
Like we're comparing ourselves to, like, we're comparing ourselves to other people and what we think that we want to look like or how we feel we should look like. But it's about who God created you to be.
Amen.
Because the body is not everlasting. Your soul is.
Come on, baby.
Right?
Preach.
So it's like,
oh, thank you, Jesus.
You live on earth, but then you die and your soul still lives. Your body is gone.
So it don't matter what
dust,
that body looked
right?
like.
So it's like you're worried about some rolls on your back, but it's dust. You know? Like, so you have to focus on things that are more important instead of that, and learn how to be comfortable and confident in your skin.
Don't y'all wish y'all 17-year-old talk like that?
Don't brag.
This is my listen. Listen. My mama said it's the poor frog that can't praise his own pond. And listen.
Sang for everything. It never ends.
That's what my mama said. God gave you to me. And I am so blessed to be able to call you daughter. You are amazing. And I just want you to know that.
Thank you.
You are so amazing, Audrey. I want you to know that you can go to any college that you want. And you can be absolutely, positively anything that you desire to be. And nobody can stop you. Nobody. And whether, we don't know how long we have on this earth. But it matters, like you said, because we're all going back to the dust. The only thing that matters is what you do with the time that you have. The difference that you're making in other people's lives.
Because our lives are not just for ourselves.
Nope.
that's something that really keeps me going. Like, this life that I'm living is not just for me.
Right.
And it took time to realize that, but then once I heard it and I like was like, wow, like God gave me too great of a testimony and took me through so many things, so this can't just be for me.
And he still has you here.
Right. And it's just like, wow, so I have purpose. Because for a long time, when I was struggling in the beginning, I was like, what's my purpose?
Right.
I struggled to understand what my purpose was, and I thought my purpose was just to be here on earth and live in pain. And I was just like, is that what my life is going to be? I struggled for that for a while, but I had to learn that, like, this is not just for me.
That's right.
And my life could encourage somebody else and help somebody else go through and be an example or anything. So,
because now I'm glad you said that, because you're a really introverted person. You're very quiet, reserved, laid back. You don't have to be the star of the show. You just sit back and watch and observe. You're an observer. Is that why you agreed so easily? When I wanted to ask you to do the show, I was like, she's not going to want to do it. But I think she'll do it for me. But is that why you so easily agreed to it? As you realize it's not about you?
Mm-hmm. Like, it took me a while to be okay with talking about the fact that I had lupus or endometriosis or anything. Because for whatever reason, I just wanted to keep it a secret. Because I didn't want to face the questions that people always ask me. Oh, how you doing? Oh, how you da-da-da. And then I'm like, oh, I'm all right. Oh, how you really do? Like,
yeah.
All right. I don't have time to give you the whole spiel. Just take the okay and run with it. But because that's really how it feels. It gets tiring because it's like, okay, you're not, like, people that aren't in my daily circle or, like, you know, like, I just don't feel the need to.
Like, how are you, darling?
Right.
How are you?
Like, stop touching me. I'm all right. Thank you. So yeah, it's just, what was the question?
Funny. I don't even know the question anymore.
So yeah, it took me a while to be okay with, like, talking about it, but then I had to realize, like, it's nothing to be ashamed about. It's a part of me, and, like, it builds a part of who I am.
Right.
Like, lupus doesn't make me. Like, that's just not all it is to me, but it is a part of my life, so it's okay to acknowledge it.
Right.
So that's why it became, like, so easy to just be able to, like, talk about it, and I can, like, open up to people, even though I am very, very introverted.
Right. I love it.
But yeah.
I love that. I'm gonna tell you, you know your mama.
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, child, I got lupus. Lord. Thank you, Audrey.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Anything else, Toots? Oh, I call Audrey Toots, by the way. She's my little Toots.
You want to sing a song?
I needed your grace more than I thought I ever would. You forgave more than I thought you ever could.
I was stronger in my head, but truth is, I need your grace. Grace. I need your grace. Grace. I
Ooh, child, I thought you was going to take it up another rung higher. That's my baby girl, Miss Audrey Patrice Holmes. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Join me next time right here on the Charlieb Podcast. Charlieb out. Oh, Mama love the baby. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the show. You can also like my page on Facebook at the Charlieb Podcast. Now, before you get out of the car and go to whatever is next, take a deep breath and remember, this is what you were created for. God gave you a different kind of strength, and whatever it is, you've got this. So again, thanks for tuning in. Really, you didn't have to, but I'm so glad that you did. Join me next time right here on the Charlieb Podcast.